You are listening to the voice of self-discovery. Learn to discover a better you every day. People, welcome to Self-Discovery Revelations. This is the 31st episode and the second in the series on mind mastery. Today, we are talking about mental toughness. Mental toughness is a key psychological variable related to perseverance and success in almost all performance domains. As I was reading about it, I realized most research on the subject of mental toughness focused on elite performers in sporting activities. It was interesting to know that most coaches take time to teach sportsmen and women not just the physical skills in a sport, but also mental toughness. It didn't come as a surprise that mental toughness is a highly valued quality in the field of sports, particularly athletes, as I have continuously seen this play out in my own life and that of others, that you need to be mentally tough to win at life and thrive in all the phases and scenes that life presents. So what does it really mean to be mentally tough? Several studies on mental toughness present a fair amount of consistency on the meaning of the concept mental toughness. Some of the attributes that run through literature comprise an ability to cope with pressure. It talks about self-belief, dedication and commitment, personal responsibility, and so forth. But if you ask me, I think mental toughness is the ability and fortitude to be resilient in any situation and not lose yourself in any circumstance life presents. This evening, I'll be sharing 4 pillars of mental toughness with you, with hints on how to harness each one of them. The first pillar is motivation. I recognize that certain types of motivation and motivational strategies are more conducive than others for optimal performance in various contexts. So in this context, I'm talking about intrinsic motivation, the innate desire to attain a certain outcome. I'm talking about an innate desire to succeed in life, the willingness to push yourself, to persist and work hard towards a certain goal or outcome. And if you want to be this driven, if you want to develop this level of motivation, I have 2 suggestions. First, it's important to have a vision for your life. You need to know where you're going. You need to know what you want to do with the life you have. And secondly, you need to expose yourself to models of success in the areas you seek to succeed in. Having a desire to succeed and sustaining this internal motivation over long periods of time are often noted as being essential to mental toughness, because motivation will help you stay in the moment. Focus on the positives of the moment. Focus on the process with your eyes on the expected outcome and work towards that expected outcome. You really need motivation to develop the mental toughness needed for success in any endeavor. The second pillar is intentional focus. Being able to focus your attention on the relevant things you ought to do to propel you forward and maintain that focus despite distractions, as well as the ability to not allow happenings in your environment to distract your priorities, is another hallmark of mentally tough people. Mentally tough people, including high-performing athletes, maintain such internal focus by controlling what is within their control. And if you are currently feeling like you've lost focus, it's an awakening. It's an awakening for you to change direction so as to arrive at a desired destination. Remember, you cannot change destination overnight, but you can change direction overnight and arrive at the destination you desire with consistent and intentional focus. The third key is self-confidence. I think it's a bad thing to give up, but it's even worse to give up on yourself. This pillar of mental toughness encapsulates the belief that you have the ability to achieve your goals. This belief in oneself enables you to take calculated and informed risks, to learn from criticisms, to control unwanted thoughts and feelings, and expect that good things will happen. Developing self-confidence is quite a big subject, so I did a whole episode on that, and you can find it on my channel by clicking and subscribing to the link attached to this post. The fourth pillar is ability to cope with pressure. Whatever you're going through, if you can look up, you can get up. The different aspects of pressure as it relates to mental toughness includes coping effectively with adversity, staying calm under stressful and nerve-wracking circumstances, accepting anxiety as inevitable, and maybe even interpreting anxiety as something that facilitates high performance. So the four pillars are four pillars of mental toughness, which we all need to harness and cultivate. Motivation, intrinsic motivation, intentional focus, self-confidence, and ability to cope with pressure. I hope that knowing these pillars of mental toughness will help you be more conscious of your mental state and make choices that will develop the resilience to win at life, irrespective of what comes your way. I challenge you to develop mental toughness, and you will always find fuel in empty tanks. You know, destination is not determined by wish. Destination is determined by direction, and the state of your mind determines your direction. My name is Priscilla Apia, the voice of self-discovery. Click the link attached to this post and subscribe to access previous and upcoming episodes on my YouTube channel so we can keep learning and growing together. You matter to me. Voice of self-discovery. Do you like a pro?